Hi, this is Frederick from Avassa. In this video, I will show you how easy it is to onboard your first site into your control tower. Before starting to adding sites, I will actually go to System, Call Home Settings. And here I'll click Edit and click this Enable Unclaimed. By doing this, as I install hosts with the Edge Enforcer, they will actually start calling home, and I will show them, or the control tower will show them in a list here, an unclaimed host list. This makes it very easy to onboard new hosts into new sites or into existing sites. With that said, let's go here, click Resources, install Edge Enforcer. I'll copy this command. Before starting the video, I've started up 3 virtual machines that I have running in the background, and we will use those to onboard those hosts into a site. So I'll go to my terminal, and this is the first one. So here I will paste in the command, and I will let this run. This takes about a minute or so. We're gonna download the necessary dependencies that we have, JQ and Docker in this case. You can also add in a command line argument if you want to go with Podman instead. So I'll let this run for a while. Just going to answer yes to all these questions, and now we're actually up and running. So let's go back into the control tower. And now if I hit the refresh button here, we can see that the first host has called home. What I've done in the background before starting this is, as I said, I have 3 virtual machines, so I'm just gonna finish the installation of these guys as well. Just type in yes here. So now we're actually prepared. We've installed the Edge Enforcer on 3 machines. I'll go back into the control tower and hit refresh here. And now you can actually see that each of these hosts has call home. This host ID presented here is actually the same host ID that is outputted after the installation, in case you want to do this manually or automate it in some other fashion. With that in place, let's add the new site. I'll call this Edge Cluster. I'm gonna add each of the hosts. You can see they show up here. And now when I hit submit here, these machines will actually start to form an autonomous self-organizing cluster. So this takes, again, about 30 seconds to a minute or so. Once they come up and it becomes green here, we know that they have formed a cluster and they are actually ready for action. The benefit of having 3 machines like this is you get more fault tolerance. In case of one machine goes down, we can actually automatically move workloads to another host. We replicate images and state and so forth across these machines. So I'll let this sit a bit more. We should shortly get some stats here. But actually at this point, the cluster is established. We can see here for Edge Host 1, for example, what version of the Edge Enforcer we are running, what version of Docker. We can see that this is a Ubuntu, what version of the kernel. Again, information around networking and so forth. And shortly we will see the load averages and memory and CPU pressures and all that coming up. And here we go. So that concludes this video on how to onboard your first site.